Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Randy Tandri. So in today's tutorial, we will continue our previous challenge. So we had solved already the perfect rectangles, the outline rectangles, and our very last is the diagonal rectangles, right? So I think you got the idea better, like how to implement these kinds of rectangles by combining the looping for and the selections, right? So this is a very good examples to how to say to make your to test your knowledge. Yeah, so to test, in order to test your knowledge, then you need to have some problem like this. Okay, so let's start our very last examples. So the same, because we will try to draw the rectangles, then I need to have my looping. So let's just copy. Okay, okay, something like this. So in rectangles, we have two diagonals, right? The diagonal starting from the upper left to the bottom right, and from the upper right to the bottom left. So I will start from the upper left to the bottom right. So if you could see, whenever your I equals to j, it will create the patterns of the first diagonals. So print. Okay, then try to hit F11. Five. Okay, so now you see the diagonal rectangle in here, right? So basically, it is not our basically I equals to j is correct, right? But you're missing to print the space. Okay, whenever your I not equals to j, then you need to print the space. Else printf space, something like this. So let's check it again. 5. Good. This is our very first diagonals, right? The very first diagonal is quite easy. So maybe some of you like really hard, like to think like, how do I know that this I equals to j patterns and could create the very first diagonals? So my suggestion is you need to draw it first. You need to try to simulate it first. Maybe because some of you just starting learn how to do the programmings, so it is really how to say, it is really easy for you to starting from the scratch, yeah, to getting to know better the patterns, yeah, because whenever you use looping, then there is always a pattern. Okay, so in order to so we are moving forward. In order to create your second diagonals, right? The second diagonal is quite challenging as well. You need to know the patterns itself, right? So if you could take a look at my previous video, how do I implement the concept of taking the diagonal rectangles, you could see that I need to have another selections, right? So I need to have OR. So I will use whenever my j equals to width minus I, right? And because my j is starting from 0, then I need to have -1 in here. Okay, so whenever my j, yeah, equals to width minus I minus 1, right, it will create the second patterns of my diagonals. So let's try to hit it. 5 and 5. Okay, you see, yeah, whenever my j, yeah, is equal to width minus I. Yeah, so here my j, yeah, is minus I is 0, so my j is 5, right? The width is 5. 5 minus 0 is 5, and minus 1 is 4. So that's why the asterisk will be printed in here. Okay, I think it is better for you to check my very previous video, so you better know in details why do I use that j is equals to width minus I minus 1. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all from the series of these rectangles. You already create the perfect rectangles, the outline rectangles, and the diagonal rectangles. Yeah, so let's try to check it again. So let's say I would like to have 13. Okay, it creates a perfect rectangles, also the correct outline rectangles and the correct diagonal rectangles. Okay, I think that's all from this tutorial. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Until then, and see you in the next video.